Hello guys, it's Blackrod from Tooth58 and welcome to the channel. So today we're gonna talk about technology and especially for castles after level 25. So because I know that there's many people who got really lost when they put all the new techs after the level 25, and always people were asking what to do and what to go for it. So I'm going to make a little guide, a personal guide for me, the choices that I made, and I think it's the one of the best way to be stronger faster, because it's not really a good thing to go for one tech and just do it all and then go to another one, because there's techs that have are super expensive in some things, that it's better to go take in another tech that you're going to pay less to get them. So it's really important to try to go to a tech, take what you need, and go to another tech, take what you need, and not just rush your tech completely. Because I saw people who do that. They take one tech and they finish until the end. But the thing is that they are using their medals on a tech that they can get all those stats in another tech with way less medals and speed ups. And also because some techs you're gonna see that there's techs that are less important in the end, or they are super expensive. So it's really good to take the less expensive as possible, the things that you can get in one tech and get to another tech. So we're gonna try to see this. We're gonna start in this video. I'm going to talk after the Master Warfare, because of course everyone needs to rush the Master Warfare at level 25. And when you finished your Master Warfare, usually you unlock the 5th Legion on the Master City Defense. So you can check it here. So you come here, you unlock your 5th Legion, and then you can max it here. I remember this tech is not super expensive, but it's really nice. So your defensive Legion gonna be really stronger. After this, people got really lost. They didn't know, many people didn't know what to do and where to go. So I'm gonna give you in two parts my way to go for the techs. So the first part, of course, going to talk about courage medals, and the other part going to talk about war badges. But first of all, before to start, we need to see what you can find on your techs. So on your techs as stats, you can find HP, you can find might, defense, tactical might, tactical defense. Then you're gonna find the might defense when you're attacking a castle, and might defense when you're defending your castle. So the most important stat in old game, obviously, it's going to be HP, because HP it's the best defensive stat, because it's going to work for the normal attacks, for the skill attacks. So your troops going to be more tanky, die less. So it's super important. It's the most important thing in the game, the most important stat. After, the most important stat is going to be tactical might and defense might. Why tactical might and defense might is more important than the might and the defense, the normal one. I'm gonna show you why. We're gonna, no, not the heroes. We're gonna check a report, and you will understand what's the most important here. So let's go for right here. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So we're gonna see in the report what's the tactical might. Just for starting, the tactical might is the damage that the skills of your hero gonna do, and the normal might, it's the damage that the troops gonna do, the soldiers gonna do, because the soldiers give a basic attack, and also your hero give the skills attack when he has skill attacks, of course, because they're support heroes. And you can see the difference here. Of course, it's going to be a general, because there is some heroes who are going to do a little more damage with basic attacks than the skills. But in general, I'm going to say that 90% of the heroes going to do more damage with the skills than the basic attack. So that's why the tactical might and tactical defense is going to be way more important than the classical. You can see You can see it here. I see here that I put infantry because I was doing the BOH and I completely forgot to switch to put my defensive hero, and I do it fast and I put infantry on it. I just noticed it actually. So don't do this. So this not gonna work for the report because of the immortal don't have the good troops. But we're gonna go to this one. So you can see here, for example, in my Arslan, you can see that my Arslan did 80k kills with the skills. So this is the tactical might works for damage on the skills. And you can see that the troops, they only kill 4k troops, so really not a lot. And you can see also for Scarlet the same. With the skills she did 37k, and my T9 infantry did 10k. The same. Of course the healer not gonna work because the healer don't have damage skills, so, and of course she's not made to do damage, so you can see that he don't do damage skills, but he did 8k damage, normal damage. So let's go to the other legion from my opponent, and you can see that it's gonna be a little the same, but of course take into consideration that tactical might gonna be of course more important on the damage heroes. Of course, because the support, they are not made for damage. So you can see here that Rosen did almost the same with skills and with basic attacks. But as I say, Rosen is not made to make damage, so it's really less important. You can see that Pharah also did more kills than the normal kills. And of course, the Immortal, it's exactly the example that I was telling you, because the Immortal is more working, is a hero who works a lot with the basic attacks. So you have a little bit more basic attacks than the skills. So that's exactly what I say. There's some heroes that it's going to be a little bit more important, but in general, almost all the heroes do the damage with the skills. That's why we always prioritize the tactical might than the might. Of course, the might is going to be interesting. I'm not saying it's not good, the normal might and normal defense, but it's going to be really less important. You can see, for example, here with my Braid and my Avalanche, that also the Avalanche did more damage with the skills than the basic attacks. The Seed also the same. The Brave, of course, is full support. You don't have a damage skill. Let me see another report, what I can find with another legion. It's a defensive legion, so not really a good one. So this one is the same. Do I have another attack with another legion? No, I think I was running out of troops, so I was attacking with my more defensive legions and my cavalry because my infantry was really dead. And of course, I don't have another example with another legion. That's really bad. Find me another one, please. Yeah, I was really running out of troops. Exact. So now we have Sendiata. So we're gonna see with Sendiata also, and you can see. So the Hunk did normal attacks. Okay. Warden also. And you can see that my Sendiata did 168k skill damage and 17k damage with the, 17 kills, 17k kills with the units. So, of course, as I say, it's going to depend of the heroes, but the majority of them do more damage with the skills. So that's why the tactical might going to be more important than the might. So let's go back to the important subject. So now that you know what's the most important, you need to see where you can find the less expensive stats in the best way. So we're going to start after you finish your Master Warfare. And of course, this is going to be about the courage medals, not war badges. With the courage medals, the first thing that you're going to max, the first thing that you're going to go, it's going to be for Lofty Legion. So it's going to increase really your stats. It's really a good tech, but she starts to be a little bit expensive. So what you need to do, you need to max all of this all of this. And then you're gonna stop right here in those 3 lines, because right here you're gonna have tactical might, of course, and here tactical defense. So it's a really good stat that you need to come take, because it's 10% for each. You can see here that I maxed the infantry and cavalry because it's the main units that I'm using. I'm using less archery. So if you are, for example, an account who is focusing only in cavalry, for example, you can only max the 2 cavalry here and go to another tech. If you are playing mixed legions, then you can max the 3 or choose 2, it's gonna depend. When you finish here, you're gonna stop here, because here it's gonna be about the TS. And of course, the TS techs are really less important because we don't have a lot of them and they are super expensive to heal. So it's really not a good thing to max the TS. So you're gonna switch now and you're gonna go for advanced soldier training. So you're gonna max all of those and you're gonna go until here to take the tactical might 10%, because this tech is really not expensive. So it's gonna be really easy stats that you're gonna get with really less courage medals. So you can stop here. I stop it here, but you can also go until here, because here you're gonna get no, not this one, because then you're gonna get 10% tactical might, so also a good stat. So you can go until here. Me, I stop it here because I wanted I didn't found interesting to max all those techs, because I don't use a lot of Stangened troops. So I didn't max those right here because those techs are less important, but you can do it. You can come until here, but I think it's good to just come here and stop. When you finish here, so after you did Lofty Legion until I told you, after the Advanced Soldier training, you need to go for Art of War Red. So also really cheap, it's really not expensive in the medals. So you're gonna max all of these and you're gonna stop right here. Not here, I actually did those, but it's really not necessary because it's might, normal might and normal resistant. But the most important is to get until here and take those 3 for the 5% tactical might. Then you stop, you go to Art of Defense War, you max all of those, and you come here also to take the tactical might, and you stop. After you do this, you're gonna go for Art of War Command. You're gonna max it, everything, and you're gonna stop right here to take those techs. You stop right here, I guess, because after you're gonna need war badges. You can see here it's war badges, here it's courage medals. So the courage medals are really not expensive here, but the war badges here really are very expensive. So the stats are good here, really good. You need to make them, but you only make them if you have a lot of war badges, because if you don't, stop here to increase the HP, which is really nice. It's 10%, I guess. No, 5%. 5%. So you max until those 3 right here, and then you stop. So this is the most important stats to get with all those techs. Of course, after you need to go for the Imperium Guard. So when you, I don't know, depending the stage of the game that you are, but when you unlock and you have the buildings unlocked for this, of course, your goal gonna be whenever you stop. For example, me, you can see I was working on the Art of War right here, and then I unlocked the new T10 tech. So I stopped, because the most important is to open the T10. So I started to work here, of course, to get my T10 infantry and to get my T10 cavalry. So really important whenever you are doing, when the T10 gun is locked and you have the buildings to 28 to unlock the tech, go for the tech, take your T10, and then you can go back to your techs, the schedule that the schedule that I was telling you to do. So this is for the courage medals. Now we're going to talk about war badges. So war badges, of course, you're gonna always use your war badges on your Lofty Warrior, obviously. So of course you're gonna max everything, and you're gonna unlock the T9. After the T9, of course, this is gonna be for the free-to-play players. The free-to-play players have more difficulties to get war badges, so they don't have a lot. So if you are a free-to-play, I really advise you to go for cavalry. Max your cavalry right here, max everything. And here, really important to not max these decks, because you're gonna waste war badges for something that you're not gonna need. So as I told you, the Lofty research are really less important because we don't have a lot of them, and it's really not interesting. So you go until 10 only. It's gonna be only need 10 to go further. So you get 10, 10, 10, 10. Here you need to do 15 on maximum. So you go to 15, and then what's important is those 3 right here, because you're gonna get 20% HP and 20% resistance, 20% might. So this is the goal. You need to go for those 3 right here. So if you spend a little bit and you get some more badges and you buy the Alliance Cup, you can do exactly the same for the archery, unlock those 3 here. And if you have also more war badges, and you can go, if you play mixed legions, you can go for infantry also. This one is not interesting also, the last one, because it's also for Lofty Warriors, Lofty Soldiers. So the most important, take those 3 right here. If you have a lot of medals, take for the 3 kind of troops. If not, focus on cavalry, finish your cavalry, and when you finish your cavalry, you're gonna go for Rider Legion. It's really a really nice deck, a little bit expensive in the end, because it's gonna need war badges, and it's gonna, I can show you because they are unlocked, but you're gonna need war badges and courage medals. But this deck, you really must, to after you finish your Lofty Warrior, you need to go to Rider Legion and max it with the war badges. You need to use them there because it's really a good tech. It's going to increase a lot your damage, your stats. So really nice tech to go. So that's it. I think I said the most important right here. The thing that you need to know is that in Rise of Empire, what is really important is to get faster, stronger, faster. So that's why it's really important to take in those decks the things that you need the faster as possible to be stronger as possible. Because I saw some castles who have a good tech power, because you know that you can check your tech power right here. So mine it's 24. And I saw castles with a good technology power, but when you go to see their techs, they really upgraded things that are really not useful. So in fact, they have a good power tech, but they have really bad stats because they didn't upgrade the good things. So that's super, super, super important to, when you are doing your techs, to go for HP and tactical and defensive might. It's really the most important. And try to don't spend on some techs who are super expensive and you're not gonna get that much benefits from it. For example, this one here, this tech is okay, it's good, it's for defense of castle, there's some good stats, but it's super expensive. It's super expensive for the stats that you get. So this really is going to be the last thing that you're going to upgrade because it's super expensive. So that's it for today. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say. It's not really easy to explain, but it's really the most important to get the things important in each tech, not to finish the tech. I see many people do this mistake. So I'm going to let you with this video and I see you soon for the next. Peace out.